Hello. It was a dark and misty day in November 2025. It's raining a bit. I'm on the roof and I'm going to put some fleece on top of a bed because I'm keeping these celeriac in because they're so small that by the time I've removed the skin and the roots, they will be this size. So I have this really thick fleece. You can get these in different types. This one is really nice and thick. And I'm thinking I could also do some, what do you call this, bubble wrap. And it's mostly, it's like an experiment. Maybe the slugs will eat them, maybe the frost will kill them, but they are so small, I might as well experiment. I'm not growing anything else in there. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to use a couple of bricks to weigh this down. And the way I do that is with a piece of string and a thing like this, which is like you pull it. First you squeeze it and then you pull it, and then you can, let's see if I can show you. You put it onto there, pull it back, then it's connected, and then I'll put the string through here and to the brick. Another thing is, well, you might notice the mess around me, and so that needs cleaning up. One thing, because it's messy and the growing season is over. Another thing is there are rats out here. I'll show you some footage. And I had to move the bird feeder because I got tons of footage yesterday of rats. So, and I see them also walking here. I was inside actually seeing one on my doormat. And I don't know why they keep walking here, because it's not like there's anything to eat around here, as far as I know. But there might be, well, they have the reasons, so I need to figure out that reason, and I also need to clear up, and so it's not that easy for them to be hiding and I don't know, doing stuff around here. Thing is, those were the cutest rats I've ever seen. They're not like the rats in the city, although they are the same type. But the rats in the city, they are larger and not as furry, I think. So, yeah. I can't have rats. Not this close to the house. Behind me, I'm not sure if you see it, that green top, that's where we keep our firewood. And I think they're really happy we have firewood there. Keeps a nice and warm, stable temperature. And that's where I've seen them go and hide. Yeah, I'll get this sorted and I'll get back to you. Yeah, nearly there. I got, can you see them? 2 ends, and this is some sort of nylon, I think. So they need to be burnt to not split. And it's important to be outside when you do this because these fumes are toxic. I'm sorry, there's a lot of birds, both here and over yonder, further away, where they're in this huge tree out there, aspen tree or poplar, not really sure. So they got a bit confused about me moving the bird feeder because I had it in the pear tree. So the birds still come to the pear tree and they wonder, where's the food, where's the food? But they have spotted it. And then I do this and tie a knot. It's nice to have something to look at this time of year. So that should do it. And we have this. Well, let's head over to the bed. This is what it looks like now. I don't have any fancy hoops, but I had some twisted, strange wood, or curled. So I'm using that. And let's see if we can see the size. Oh, that was awkward. Awkward angle. Yeah. They are, I don't know, 5 to 6 diameters. Yeah, that one's the same. And so is the last one, which had even more awkward angle. And here I'm already using one of these inventions. My goal is actually to try to avoid water pooling on top here. I have not succeeded. I might need to make another one to add to this side. Yeah. And the tail still standing. Nice. Oh, some are not so nice, so we can take those off. And some have been eaten by deer. Yeah, I'm gonna need to. What I decided then is to remove the smaller one that was on here and use the whole length of what I had instead of, cutting up lots of smaller pieces that need to be adjusted and weighed down. So, yeah, it looks better. I have some clamps here, but the clamps make the water pool. And there's a hoop there which is not very stable. It's gonna pool here, isn't it? What to do? Well, does it matter if it pools there? I don't think so. So you want to see the whole structure? Let's see. Let's take you for a tour of what I've done. So that's it. This area is a bit of compost, bokashi, an old potting mix, and some pots. The larger square one has Jerusalem artichokes that never went into the ground. And the rounder, larger one has what I believe to be a plum tree. I might be wrong. And the smaller round one has some hollyhocks. And the smallest square one has Hablitzia, Caucasian spinach. And I have autumn sowed in here. Some parsnips, root chervil, and what's it called? Salsify. Yeah, and while we're here, let's look underneath here. Hang on. This is a bed that's been undercover for a while, and it's been frost. We had, I think, almost 8 degrees, well, at least 7. So, oh, yeah. Well, these are, sorry, here we are, winter purslane. So, these are like lettucey, salady. And these are lettuces. Yeah. I'm not even sure what's happened here. Frost and probably slugs. Who knows? And well, this is wild rocket, so that one's gonna survive. And these were supposed to be beetroots, but never got to anything. And these are coriander, cilantro. Not a magnificent crop, I wouldn't say. Yeah, and here under a beautiful cover is yeah, not so happy rosemary. Most likely it will die over winter, but you know, it's here. If the winter is milder than expected, it might survive. I'm thinking these lettuces, what's the point of these? Let's get those nasty scissors and just, wow. Oh, sorry. I'm holding you with the tall tripod. There we go. Look at me, gardening in November. Yeah. It's just nasty, isn't it? I'm thinking, yeah, this is a pak choi. That's the size of a pak choi that I can grow, apparently. Never had one grown to any larger size. And this is some other sort of Asian green. Doesn't look half bad. There's some frost damage. And what's that next to it? Looks like, I don't know. That is probably a weed, but it kind of looks like an astrantia seedling, but it's most likely a weed. Yeah, so the winter purslane, they can go down to -10, but you know, you want a bit more of them to be able to make a meal. But I might grow them in the greenhouse next winter, and well, a few more of them. Yeah, okay. So this is the pear tree. where I did have the bird feeder, and that's the area where we have our firewood under the veranda, and we have at least 3 rats living there. So I wonder if I should get one of those traps where you just catch them instead of killing them, because I have tried, well, earlier in my life, a rat trap that was supposed to kill the rats, only to notice there were tracks of blood all over and no rat. And I was like, nah, if they're gonna be killed, they need to be instantly killed and feel no pain. So, or just caught then and released somewhere else. So this is the bird feeder now. I mean, under all this debris, there are plenty of places for rats to hide as well, but they are not as close to the house. And I have put this fencing up to prevent the magpies stealing all the seeds. I mean, magpies need food too, and they can eat whatever drops to the floor, and they can eat so many things. But it's the smaller ones that we need to protect, especially over winter. They have these tiny little bodies and they need to eat a lot to keep warm. So, yeah, and it's raining. That's the weather today and the view. And yeah, they've been blasting in that hill over there to make the tunnel. So what I'm hoping is that they will blow up so much of that hill that we might get some winter sun, but for that to happen they'd have to take that house as well, and they have taken enough houses for this project. They have taken over 120 houses for their railway project, and people are very upset. So we are hoping that they will just work and get this done, and no more houses are taken, and people will be happy. We've escaped, Leni and me, because we got a blast warning as a text from the construction site near our house, and the whole house is shaking. So we have this view. So we've been here a few times before, and I think this is the worst view we've had. It's a nice place to just sit and watch, and also sit in a warm car and watch this. That's okay. So there comes the ferry. Well, I'm glad I'm in a car and not in a boat, although that's one of the larger ferries. So that's our weather today. Barking at the waves. what's this? What is this? Whoa. Oh wow, oh wow, oh wow. Look at mail. Look at that. Hey, it's for me. Yeah. You want something? That's for you. Little treat for you. Find the door. Come on. I've got a letter from UK, from a city called Leicester, and there's a doctor that has sent this to me. So, Dr. Kerry. So I will see what the doctor ordered. If I can open it. Very exciting. Look at that. These are elephant garlic. And to be able to mail them, they are not the biggest ones you've seen. But I will grow these on. And maybe next year they'll be bigger. And these. Can you see it? No. Loofah seeds. Seems like they've had this outer skin that they have lost. The seeds look good, and these look good. They are not broken in the mail, not squeezed. Maybe, well, no, I don't know, maybe this one is a bit squeezed. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. We're having slightly warmer days, a couple of days, so and I'm sure that the soil in my raised beds aren't frozen, so they will get in the ground. Lovely, 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 lovely. Need to remove some ice that was on the fleece, on top of the fleece. Look at that. quite cool looking. Yeah. Okay, label and a pencil. El Vit Lök. Hvitløk is the name for garlic in Norwegian. So I'm gonna be confused in the spring. What's this electric garlic? Well, probably not. Oh! And hurry, hurry. I'll be putting some compost on top, but still I want to dig some holes. Some, well, fairly deep. 3, 4. Well, I brought a bag at least, so I'm gonna have to get rid of it. And what do I have in my pocket? Ta-da! Here they are. Pointy side up, as any other garlic. Let's see. Looking good. This one can come off for now. Oh. Good luck, my friends. The soil is nice. We have 8 degrees at the minute, Celsius, luckily. So, and it should be no frost. Well, maybe a little frost in the night in the next 2 weeks. So I have high hopes. It's quite nice and fluffy compost, but a few lumps that I tried to break up. Not much. And not frozen. It's been in the garage, which is not heated, but well, we don't have frost today. And we haven't had that much frost. There was actually a whitefly flying by. So Yeah, I might hope for some frost later. Maybe a fewer of the pests will survive. I'm not quite sure. They come back every year anyway. This last bag is actually leaf mold I made last year. Well, it's not yet really leaf mold. You can still see its leaves, but they've been standing for a year. So not really the kind of leaf you want as mulch, but it is what I have, because I've been bringing it from outside because I don't have leaves in my garden. Well, not enough. And what you always want to do after planting something, putting something down or sowing, some water. It's been raining a lot today and we have some rain in the forecast, but you want I put new compost on, and you want it to get sorted and stabilized. That's it. All what's left now is to wish my little baby elephants good luck. What do you think about the waves? You scared?